Hello, welcome to Atrocious Gameplay. This is going to be a really interesting deck profile because if you thought fairy Pokemon were dead, let me let you in on a little secret. It looks like Gardeon is back and has some kind of fun to it, I would say. This is a deck made by Andrew W., who you may know as Buizel Buddy on Twitter, someone that I've been following for a while and has always been posting like fun decks and things like that, and I've tried out a couple of them myself, and I usually always have fun with them. Andrew was actually doing really well with this Gardeon deck the other night, going 11-3 on ladder, and I know 14 games is a very small sample size, but especially on ladder, I don't think that's too bad, and it's definitely a breath of fresh air because I know people really loved Gardeon when Gardeon was at its peak, you know, when like Unbroken Bonds came out and up before Zacian became such a prevalent card in the Sword and Shield base set. So very interesting deck. It's kind of a box. It's a utility box. You hit a lot of different things. You have this Marshadow, which is the most intriguing thing in my opinion, because for a Psychic and 2 colorless, you can use Shadow Imitation. You can use an active, let me restart again. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a non-GX, so for instance, Zacian V or a VMAX, you can use one of their attacks, which could be pretty interesting, come to think of it, and I don't think you need the energy cost for their attack specifically. You could just use whatever you have. So you could combo this pretty well, in my opinion, with like a boss play or something like that. Could be very interesting for some matchups, as long as some draw support in your Dedennes and your Crobats. But then also you have different things like Indeedee here. Indeedee's very nice for the Centiskorch matchup, along with this Melodic right here. You have Rhyperior for the obvious Eternatus. And then Double is just pretty much a good finisher, because the idea of this deck is you use a Gardeon dies, there's 3 prizes right there, and then you use an Indeedee or another V, there's 2 more prizes, they have 1 left, and so you're hitting with Double 3 energies, you're hitting 270. There's a lot of interesting things in this deck. I'm excited to play some games. I will say that the Eternatus matchup is actually quite interesting, because in the Eternatus matchup, you have resistance right here. So unless they're playing Poison Package or something like that, even then, I don't think they knock you out unless they're playing like a Vitality Band along with that, which as of right now, we're not seeing the combination of like Scoop Up Net Zigzagoons and the Poison Package, or we're not seeing like Scoop Up Net Vitality Bands and the Poison Package. It's either the Poison Package or like the just monstrous damage modifier package. So this is very interesting in my personal opinion. I think it'll be kind of cool, kind of fun, and kind of a refresher from the current standard format. So if you like what you see as we're getting into our first game, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We are going to be giving away next week 60 codes of Champions Path, 30 to 2 lucky people. On Saturday, we're going to be giving out a bunch of information regarding how you can enter, how you can win, things like that. So if you want to try it out, stick around. Watch some of our videos. I have seen an influx of some fighting decks as of late with like the Hitmon, Wumbo combo and things like that. And I think we want to go second with this list, to be honest, because of Gardeon. So this is kind of okay because we have Guzma. The only thing is we don't have another Pokemon, so it's not actually okay right now. But we do get some mulligans. Hopefully they just don't stamp us turn 1. Could be valid because we know of things like Crobats and stuff. Like it's becoming more and more frequent to stamp someone to 6 because you just want that 1 less card. So that mulligan didn't get us anything. This is going to be a Giratina and Garchomp list that we're facing, which is actually pretty good because we're playing Gardeon. So we'd be able to one-shot a what's that Giratina Garchomp card. We'll be able to one-shot. I don't think we're playing against ADPZ, but we'd be able to one-shot that as well. So theoretically, this could be a good matchup, but especially with things like the fighting belt or whatever that's called. I'll show it right here on screen, whatever it's called. I always forget the name of it because of Fighting Fury belt. I think of that as well, but that card is pretty interesting, and especially with Zigzagoon, Giratina Garchomp can go ahead and just Calamitous slash you out of the existence right away. So we got to be really careful with this. We got to be really careful. It'd be awesome if they don't get a turn 1 attachment. I highly doubt that's going to happen because they've got some draw support in that Cynthia and Caitlyn, but well, there's that turn 1 attachment, so we'll see how this goes. That is not a Pokemon, and it looks like this is not going so well, I would say. We are going to be able to Guzma Hala. I think I'm going to Guzma Hala to... We're going to go ahead and get rid of that and get rid of this. I don't think those things will really help us right now because we have Turbo Patches. We're going to go grab Swell. We're going to grab a Weakness Guard Energy and then a Balloon, so then we can utilize the Balloon next turn. And again, I don't think it's looking that good. I don't think it's looking that good. But anyways, we will attach the Air Balloon right here. We'll put the Chaotic Swell down. And I think what I'm going to do is just attach the Weakness Guard and then pass. Because, oh golly, Batman. I could have tried to, like, Turbo Patch, but I wouldn't have been able to Psychic. And honestly, for the reason that we're not going to get 3 Psychics anyway, yeah, this is not going to be good. So please don't donk us right away. This is the thing with some of the rogue decks, I would say, that you may find and try to build, is that when they brick, they brick pretty hard. So that's also not a Pokemon right there. I highly doubt that we're going to get reset stamp to 5 because our hand was so dead. We literally showed them through that first turn that, you know, we don't have anything at all. So because it's different if you're going second and you stamp to like 6 or 5, because you might have a supporter in your hand, but you weren't able to play it your first turn, unlike myself. Here's the Zigzagoon. There is the Calamitous Slash as well. We saw the bell right there. I will go ahead and concede, and we'll move on to the next game to see if that does us any good. We do get some ladder points though because of the Magneton. There's one good thing that comes out of this. Okay, so not exactly how I wanted to start off the video, but I'm feeling good this game. I'm feeling good. We got that trash game out of the way. It happens to everybody. Happens all the time. Anyways, if you're still here, thanks for being here. I might as well give you a code while you're here. So this is your time to see. Oh geez, this is my Twitch screen. Oh man, I accidentally went to my Twitch screen. If you want to follow us at twitch.tv/atrociousgameplay, that would be stellar. Oh, Dedenne, you hurt my soul, Dedenne. You hurt my soul. But I hope you enjoy that code right there. We are, oh, Dedenne. Dedenne's face to face. I will probably try to, oh boy. We definitely want to save our attachment this turn, right? And we are going first, so I kind of wanted Dedenne just right away out of the gate. This hurts my soul. If this is ADPZ, oh boy, this will be tough. We do have this, we do have an attachment, and we do have a switch. So that's good, but I think I'm gonna keep, no, I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go in and switch, and we'll just pass right there. We'll see what we're facing now. We'll see what we're facing now. The fact that we're going second kind of stinks, especially because we can't use Fairy Song, but it's not the worst thing in the world. All right, Crobat, Dedenne could literally be anything in the world. It looks like it's gonna be Heatran. Okay, so we're facing like a Centiskorch or a Firebox or something like that. We'll see how this goes, especially because we have a Pokemon like Indeedee to help us out a lot, and opting to go for the Heatran right away. Very interesting. I wonder if they play Turbo Patches. You do though get to two-shot a Gardeon. You do get to two-shot a Gardeon through the one attack that it is, Steaming Stomp, and they could get one off right now, honestly. With the correct draws. They do have that switch right there. I imagine that they've got the energy. Why else would you? Yep. And they're just going to Steaming Stomp right there. And now it kind of puts the pressure on me. This is very interesting. I cannot use Turbo Patch. I might as well put down Dubwool so then I can just try to use the Turbo Patch, and I will. Boom, right there. And then just go ahead and Tool Scrapper. Not 100% sure because this deck is not playing things like Great Potion. Not fully sure what exactly I want to do right now. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, ooh, I don't know what I want to do either. I do have a reset stamp, which is really nice, but I'm trying to think. I could go down with Gardeon and then Fairy Song 2 energies to it. that is a possibility. Let's see, if we get 3 prizes, that's 90 energy. We would be able to one-shot through a Revenge Blast, so that's really, really nice. I don't think we need to super worry about that. I think what I'm going to do is I will put down the Gardy. Yeah, I'm going to put down the Gardy and then attach this Fairy energy right here, and then go ahead and Fairy Song. Get 2 energies onto this double, because, or I could just get 1 and then put the other one right here. That might actually be really good for the flexibility purposes, because we just need an energy overall for this double. So I think I'm going to put it right here. Yeah, we're going to lose this Gardy, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll put him down to 3 prizes. We'll hopefully stamp them out of existence, knock them out with double, and then boom shakalaka right there. It would be interesting if they, I was going to say maybe double weldered onto the Heatran. They must have some good stuff in their hand, because they didn't even Giant Hearth. But it looks like they might have a dead hand. Just looking at it right now, I think I'm still going to stamp them to 3 though, because that's just pretty good in my personal opinion. And I don't even think I want to use the Ordinary Rod in this situation. I think Marnie just might be, that changes things. I have to decide either Marnie or Stamp. I think what I might do is I might stamp them to 3 right here. We're going to go ahead, attach this Aurora energy, put that right there, and then Crobat for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We do have this right here, which is really good. That could help us out a lot. And then just go ahead and research. Kind of sad about this research. Look at all these supporters in our hand, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And we will be able to get Quick Ball. The thing is, we're going to be able to find Melodic, so that's really, really good at this point. And we definitely want to use that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the Marshadow. Go ahead, grab Melodic right here, put it on the bench, and then probably just wait for the tag call until next turn. Maybe heal up the double a little bit. But go Revenge Blast, take the knockout right there, take 2 prizes. Looking good. Hopefully that Stamp to 3 really put them back a little bit. And we've got a Fairy energy, so we do have the Aurora right here, which is really, really nice. So we could possibly switch into Gardy, especially because they just Welder Enade. Ooh, I hate that. I hate this right here. But we've got a pretty decent board state at this point for that. And there's a Centiskorch right there. Let's see. They do get an energy attached to it. They do pass. We could just theoretically just slowly build this up. I don't know how good of an idea that is, but Revenge Blast is going to be taking another knockout right here. And then, I think I'm going to go like this. I'm going to knock this right there. We're going to tag call. We're going to grab some of these guys, and then the Malalana. Our Cynthia Caitlyn is prized, so that's not going to really help us at all. But I don't think that's necessarily an issue for us at this point. So we're going to grab these. We are going to attach this right here to get rid of Guzma Hala. Just kind of playing it safe, I guess. Yeah, just going to Revenge Blast, take a couple prizes right here, and just kind of relax at this point. We got a Weakness Guard energy right there. We have a Air Balloon right there. Again, things that don't really help us. But if they do get Centiskorch, we can chip it with the Revenge Blast. And then, because I don't, unless they absolutely have the bee's knees right here, I don't think they're knocking out. Because right now they have 2 energies on it that does 120 damage, which is actually 90. Because of the soft wool ability, which is really good for this matchup personally. And here we go. We could actually, I think it's better just to go, I'm going to put another Aurora energy right here in case they do another crushing hammer, because that's awful if they do that. We'll get rid of the, no, we need as many outs to energy as possible. So in case things get trapped, Trap. Man, I don't like getting rid of any of these cards in my hand. But I guess I might as well get rid of the, I think the Weakness Guard energy is probably the thing to get rid of. But we'll just go ahead and we'll Revenge Blast. We'll just, again, sit here, look pretty, and They might knock out double, but we'll go ahead and we'll attach the energy to melodic and then go ahead and take it out of the game. Or we could even go Gardeon if we really want, to. Because that would be, what, 360? Yeah, we need to be stamped in order to lose this game. Maybe I could have used the Guzmahala or the Malalana, but it just didn't feel right, personally. Okay, they did hit the tails right there. There's a fire crystal. Maybe they found a welder. I'm not 100% sure. They are down 3 welders. So, like, well, they do have Pokegears. So Pokegears kind of helps out. I don't know if this is the Magneton version. There's a Marnie. That's kind of okay if they go ahead and use a Marnie. I guess that's last resort to take me out of the game a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if I see it here. Especially because we have such a big hand. But they're going to boss's orders and take something out. Maybe, yep, the melodic. That's okay. Again, like I said earlier, they don't even, well, I didn't say this earlier, but they don't even knock out. So that's going to be a GG's for them. And you know what? This has been a relatively short 2 games. Let's try to get a 3rd game in this video now that we're here. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can win 2 out of 3 after a super unlucky game 1. That second game went really, really well. It seemed like they may have drawn a little bit dead. But, you know, I'm never going to complain. A win is a win in my book. But let's see what our opponent does in this. Not sure what they're playing. Could be like a dark box type thing. Could be just Eternatus in general. We did win the coin flip. I would like to go first, I think. Still haven't decided what I want in this, but double mulligan. We'll see what they're playing at this point. Could be Pikarom with this little Pika box right there. Phew. I was hoping I was grabbing the Gardeon, to be honest, because I was a little bit afraid after I saw it. And it looks like it's probably going to be an Eternatus. So again, with the Gardeon right here, having that resistance to the dark, it's actually really, really nice. Now, the Zigzagoons could change that. But at least we'll be able to get a turn 1 fairy song. Probably just go straight into the Rhyperior because we have this quick ball right here, which is clutch. So they'll have to get a boss off of kind of not minimal draw support, but to that extent. So let's see. They'll have to be able to KO boss like early game, which could be tough for an Eternatus, especially if they have one single misstep. You know, getting that many Pokemon on the field and getting the boss at the time that they need it without having to use a research or anything like that, or a Marnie, could be, again, very, very tough. So we do have some draw support going in. Hopefully after this quick ball attachment, Guzmahala, whatever, there is some sort of like research or something like that in this. Hoping. Now they're playing the Garbodor, so I don't think they're going to be playing the Slowbro. So we're going to have to try to not play a Stadium if we can at all possible. That would be probably in our best interest. There's 3 cards right there, better than 4 for us. And there's a Marshadow right there. I don't think Marshadow is going to do it for us. So I'd be okay with throwing away Marshadow at this point. No, I think Guzmahala is always better to throw away. Yeah, I think Guzmahala is always better to throw away. So we're going to go Rhyperior. We're going to put that down. We are going to attach. We are going to... I could Guzmahala now. Get rid of these 2 things and just not grab a Stadium. I might do that, actually. So then we can Crobat for 6. That might be the best idea for us. And I think I'll grab Aurora Energy, because that's what we're going to need next turn. Wouldn't be surprised if I get Marnied, though. Attach this Air Balloon, Crobat for 5, which is good. And there we go. We do have a Research right there. We have Quick Ball, so we could Dedenne, but I don't know if we should Dedenne. I almost think we do, because we kind of want to hit like a Turbo Patch type deal or something. So maybe what I should have done is I should have Guzmahala'd first. So then if I do draw into a Turbo Patch, it ends up working. That might have been the better play, to be honest, now that I think about it a little bit more. I think I am going to go for a Dedenne, though, because, again, I want to have the opportunity to do something with Turbo Patch, because we do need an attachment this turn. Through Turbo Patch, we need an attachment on the Rhyperior for the Heavy Rock Artillery. So This will be interesting. Maybe misplayed that a little bit. No ways to discard, and we've got some Pokemon right here. These Pokemon could help, but not at this point. So we're just going to go ahead and Fairy Song. Maybe we get lucky and they're playing like a Hammers list. I don't know. We go Bang Bang Choo Choo Train right there. And we'll see how this goes. Don't have the Aurora energy anymore. So again, a little bit of a misstep, I would say, but we didn't play a stadium, so now it is up to them to play a stadium in order to get the poison off and knock us out, but who knows, they might not even knock us out at this point. I definitely, though, don't want to go into Rhyperior too early. I don't want to use... I could use a Drill Run, but at this point, since they've got 2 energies on this guy, man, they are slapping down Pokemon like crazy, but... especially because, oh, they're just going to go ahead and Dread End. That's a 190. That does do a lot, so I don't necessarily like that. But we do get the opportunity, possibly, if we hit heads on this Turbo Patch. We didn't. Anyways, so I think I'm going to lay down Indeedee and then go into Crobat. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. And we're going to try to get a Pokemon off the field. I think we're going to maybe chase the Eternatus. Yeah, I think probably Eternatus is the best thing to chase. But we're going to put down Indeedee, so then we have one more card to use. Boom, there heals 20. The math doesn't really matter for that. Wait, I need something that gets knocked out at 160 if I want to use Rhyperior in case we don't hit a Turbo Patch. So I think maybe going in for Toxicroak could be good, because then I could go Toxicroak, I could hit into Eternatus VMAX, and then I can hit into whatchamacallit, like a Crobat or something like that. So maybe Krogunk is the best option at this point. To be able to hit that. So here we go, Crobat, see if we get punished. There's a Turbo Patch. We'll see if it ends up working out, and nope, it didn't work out. So we did end up playing kind of the safe play. So that's good, but could be a little tough from here on out in my personal opinion. So we're going to retreat into this guy. And then we're going to go Drill Run. Boom, we'll take a knockout right there. Hopefully this deters them enough. Fingers crossed. But if we do survive this somehow, some way, that would be absolutely insane. If we were to hit a Marnie, that would have been even better personally, I think. Because now, especially with the research, I mean, I feel like they're going to be able to take a knockout right here. They're doing 160 or something like that. There's a Power Plant, which is very interesting. I know Power Plant's been running around through like Tricky Gym. So is obviously going to be a more popular card that's going to be put in. There's a Crobat right there. That's the 190 that they could do. And all they need is just 2 more Pokemon to be able to take a knockout. So Toxicroak, put that back into the deck so then you can draw 5 cards. Especially after you put that Krogunk down. And I think at this point, this is knockout right here. And then Crushing Hammer to get that fairy energy off of my Gardeon. Yikes. Okay. This is not good. So really, we're really being punished at this point, I feel like, for kind of that missequencing. I think I had the right idea of what I wanted to do. I just did it in the absolute wrong order, which it happens. It happens. Sometimes you just can't avoid it. We do have double right here, so that's pretty nice. I'm trying to think what I want to go for. Here comes a Watch Over. Boom, right there. Might try to get something trapped. Garbodor would be the easiest to trap, so we could go definitely Stamp. Yeah, we're gonna Stamp at this point. I think maybe the responsible thing would be to research right now. I think maybe research is the better option, but I think we're in a position to where we're not looking too good at this point. I think maybe this is a toss up the towel. It doesn't look like we're going to get a win here, but it kind of brings into testament with things like Turbo Patch and stuff, how strong this deck could actually be. So it's super interesting in my opinion. And again, it's not perfect, but it could be worse. We can't heal everything off with the Mallow and Lana, which is unfortunate. I'm trying to think about what I want to do. I mean, I think we have to get rid of this Gardy. I think this Gardy is not going to help us anymore. Ooh. Okay, yeah, this is going to be a Scooper-Rooney's only 1 energy right there. Yikes. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be an L. This is going to be an L. Especially if they hit this Crushing Hammer right here. Oh, sometimes when your opponent's got it, they got it. Anyways, I'll just scoop out of this one. I'll go ahead, show you the deck list as I always do. And then as always, the deck list is going to be in the description below. Again, super fun playlist. I highly recommend maybe you try out, especially if you want a refresher and something different to play. All right, here's the deck right here. I didn't give the best showcase of this deck, but I think especially if Andrew's doing really well and you saw through our play that we could have made that a little bit different, especially in that Eternatus matchup. It could actually do some really interesting things. Some of the things that I kind of want to see in this list, though, is a tag switch. I'm not 100% sure where you would put this tag switch because I think Tool Scrapper is an excellent card. I think maybe you should probably play, but I think if anything, this might be the card that you need to cut for a tag switch because you're going to put energies on Gardy. It's a little bit hard to just one-shot Gardy, and sometimes you maybe get chipped with a Gardy and you can't really Mallow and Lana, so in case they boss, you might want to throw the energy somewhere else, especially like on the Rhyperior. Like I mentioned earlier, if we were able to throw that 1 energy onto the Rhyperior, that would have been awesome. So I would consider a tag switch in this. It's not super easy to find out. That's the thing when you're not playing a greens build, especially if Gardeon, things are not super easy. But maybe go like 1 reset stamp and maybe -1 Tool Scrapper to go with the tag switch. You could also consider, if you want to keep both of those cards, just go -1 Turbo Patch, because theoretically tag switch would kind of do the same thing as Turbo Patch, because you usually want to start with Rhyperior anyways, I think. Or I'm sorry, you want to start with Gardeon anyway to get that energy acceleration. So very interesting deck list though. I really like this. I think it's kind of cool. I'll definitely be playing this on ladder, maybe teasing it in some Players Cup matches. You never know with the surprise factor of this. But thank you so much for watching atrocious gameplay. I hope you enjoyed this video. Players Cup update on Saturday, and then also how you can win these Champions Path codes. Highly encourage that you follow, and stick around for like 5 more seconds, and I'll give you a code, this Cosmic Eclipse code that I have lying around. I said that I want to give more codes out during videos, just because I have these codes right here, and I don't need them, so might as well give it to people as they watch it, and you know, reward you guys for being here, hanging out with us. So yeah, as always, link in the paste bin to get the deck profiles in the description below. Giveaway happening soon. Pokemon DLC is coming out for those of you interested in the video game. Streaming it on Twitch, twitch.tv/atrociousgameplay, and Players Cup update on Saturday. I think I've delayed this long enough. Have a wonderful rest of the day.